One of the best questions I think probably I was ever asked was that of a grade 8 science student who was wondering. He said, "Sir, if there's infinite greatness in the universe, is there infinite smallness?" My answer to that question was then as it is now. I don't know. Maybe some of you out there are into string theory, which probably could help me understand it a bit more, but we're not going to go there this morning. One of the greatest responses that I got to a question that I asked was that of a query that I put to a veterinary friend of mine when asked, and I asked him, why is it that cats sleep so much? And the response was, well, that's because what cats do. I thought it was a great answer, and I love those questions that point to probably something that's unanswerable. And I also love those answers as well that sort of leave you with your mouth hanging open. As a Christian theologian, I'm asked a lot of questions, and I'm expected to have the answers as well. And these days, three of my theological words, if you want to call them that I use more perhaps than I ever did when asked questions, the words are, I don't know. I don't necessarily have all of the answers to the Bible. I don't. I can't explain to you everything about the book of Revelation. Sorry, but I can't, I don't have that. And neither do I have definitive answers as to suffering and pain and evil in the world as well. I don't have those at all. But I believe part of what it means to be a Christian is to be able to live with the unanswered questions. And that's really, I guess, what faith is all about. It doesn't mean that we don't continue to ask the questions. It doesn't mean that we continue to debate. It doesn't mean that we continue to search, because I love those debates and I love those questions, and I do keep asking, and I have more questions than answers. I love in Jewish culture, a parent will ask their child, "Did you ask a good question today?" And probably the best question is the unanswered question. The author Stephen King, to quote him, he said, it's the unanswered questions that get us up and going in the morning. Jesus probably could have answered all of our questions. He doesn't in the scriptures, but he does ask questions, and his questions are intended to get at the inside of where people are, as much as to look for strong answers afterwards. There was a time when he was out on the Sea of Galilee with his followers. It was a bit more stormy than it was here at Lady Lake and Harbour Grace, out there on the Sea of Galilee. And the storm was bearing down, and the disciples, well, they were fearing for their lives, and they started to scream out, "Jesus, Jesus, save us, save us." And Jesus was asleep at the time, and he got up and he calmed the storm. But then he asked his followers a great question. And the great question was this: why are you so afraid? Why are you so afraid? Jesus was sort of nudging them perhaps a little closer to him. He asked questions like that. Do you believe? Do you not yet understand? Why do you doubt? Do you love me? Jesus is, as I said, he wants people to search inside, and he wants to nudge his followers just a little bit closer to him, because in asking that question, why are you so afraid, he's reminding them, I'm in the boat with you guys, I'm still here. You know that great verse, I will never leave you or forsake you, that I'm going to be always. And my question to us today as well is that question that Jesus asked his friends that day. Why are you so afraid? We still have this virus that's hanging around us. We still have our health concerns. We still have those things that cause us to be afraid every day. Our family and our health and am I going to have a job? And what's going to happen to the church? And And what about school in the fall? And am I going to be able to hold on to the job and care for the kids and the home? And what about those things that have caused me great distraction in my life that I've been battling with so long? How am I going to be able to deal with those things? Very much we have those fears. I do. I have those things. And I need to be reminded from time to time by that question that Jesus asked all of us, asked me, why are you so afraid, Jesse? Why are you so afraid? And I want this morning, to perhaps just nudge us a little closer to Jesus. Me too, you as well. That he's with us, that he's in the boat, that it's okay. Now, some may say, well, but what does that mean practically, that Jesus is in the boat with me? And I think here's something practically that we can do, that we can reach out to others who are going through those places of fear and uncertainty. There's a lot of folks around us, they're afraid, they don't know what's going to be happening, and there's uncertainties. And as followers of Jesus, we can reach out to them, and we can come alongside, and we can be the presence of Jesus to them. But also as well, we can humble ourselves and be vulnerable to allow others to see the fears that I have in me, so that I can draw on them and draw on the presence of Jesus in them. That he's in the boat with us. Thank you, God, that you remind us from time to time, and you nudge us to Jesus, that you hear our fears, and that you hear our worries, our anxieties, and our doubts and uncertainties. Thank you for just nudging us a little closer to you today and reminding us that Jesus is in the boat with us, and his peace is ours. May you be blessed today and this week.